This is Jasmine, and you are now listening to Down to the T. Hey everybody, this is Jazz. Before we get into episode 3, I just want to give you guys a little catch up on what's been going on with Down to the T, and all of my friends and a lot of other like SoundCloud listeners and YouTube listeners have been asking me like, yo, where is the podcast? Like, what happened? So to make a long story short, there were a couple setbacks that kind of just got me off of my game and kind of had me down in the slumps. So I had a couple of friends featured guests to be a part of the show, and they reneged, maybe once or twice, and then it just kept happening, and I was just out of a slump. I was just in a slump. So I took some time off, kind of to rethink it and think about how I want to move forward with my podcast, if I wanted to move forward with it at all, and decided, like, of course, yes, I do. But it's just, this is one of the things that I'm going to have to tackle along the way. Like, this is what happens when you are trying to do something like this. Things are not always going to go as planned. And some of the best advice I got actually came from my mom. And she told me, you don't know, like, we don't know when we're watching these interviews. She brought it back to like maybe like 106 in Park and, different, shows like that. We don't know what these interviewers have to go through. Like, they could be thinking that they're going to interview one person and then they get thrown a loop and someone completely different comes on. So, I just took a little bit of time off, but I promise you I'm back. It's going to be good. And I hope you guys are having a happy new year. And now let's get into episode 3 of Down to the T. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Down to the T, the podcast where we talk about millennial dating with the help of a lot of my past relationships or the relationships of some of my friends as well, too. Today on episode 3, we have Anthony.
You got your boy Anthony here.
Okay. Anthony, you have anything else to say?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. So we have Anthony, and if you guys don't remember, the first part of the show is where we talk about how we met and, what was going on in our dating lives at that time. Right. We like to call that the down low. So right now we're going to jump into the down low. Anthony,
down low.
Yes, Anthony, go ahead and tell us, how did we meet?
We met on POF.
We met on POF. And what is POF? For the people that don't know, because, some people stick to the traditional ways of dating.
And stuff.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, real life.
Plenty of Fish stands for Plenty of Fish.
Right, POF.
Yeah,
POF. Plenty of Fish. Yes, that's so true. And what were you doing on Plenty of Fish?
Flirting and getting my network on.
And again, please give an example of networking. How did you network?
Well, I used to work for jobs that, obviously if I brought in additional customers, outside of the people that come into our job, then that's going to increase my revenue. You see what I'm saying? So just me talking to a woman, off back, I'm going to get the number. You know what I'm saying? And just not off that, but like I'm saying, I know it's going to transition into me getting that number. And that's going to be my main point. I'm not going to be interested. I don't have to be interested in that.
In her.
Exactly. Yeah. So, the whole goal is to get the number, and make my moves so I can get them to come inside the store. At this point, I work for a company that, Kia that is, and I sell cars. So obviously, if I
it works for you.
It works for me.
It works. So you think that having the ability to flirt with women is making it work out for you well in your job?
Absolutely.
And it helps that you're good looking too, you think?
I think so too.
Yeah. Okay. that you feeling yourself a little bit on that one.
I mean, maybe.
Just. Do you remember what was going on in your dating life at that time? Like what, like in particular? Because I know I had just typically my last 2 episodes, like I said, I had just graduated college.
Right.
I moved back I'm from the suburbs and I moved to the city, and I had never experienced dating in that way before. So I was doing a lot of, I was using every app possible. So Tinder, POF, obviously. I think I might have even tried, what's another popular one that people try?
Maybe Tinder, but like I said, I was on there maybe for like no more than a month.
Tinder is old faithful. I feel like so many of my girlfriends, like they'll be like, "Oh, I'm just about to re-download my Tinder app." I feel like Tinder is very much like meeting someone in real life. Like it's a hit or miss. Like you can just move on past that after I feel like the other apps are way more serious, and you have to like have a legit. I mean, I guess you should have a legit goal for everything if you're on these apps, whatever.
Yeah, but you know, if you're not, you know, in a relationship or whatnot, I mean, most people go to these sites because they're bored and just want to entertain. And I like to make people smile, you know, and I like to try to make money in the mix. So.
Okay, so do you remember then the first time that if we met on POF, do you remember the first time we officially like hung out?
I do. I think the first time we linked up actually was we went to the Bone Thugs concert.
No! Anthony, that was not me! Wrong girl!
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, we did go there.
We did not go
yes,
see.
No,
yes,
we did.
No, we did.
Yes, we did.
Anthony, no, we did not.
Yes, we did.
Wrong girl.
We went to see Bone Thugs.
We went to go see Ab-Soul.
Oh, that's what I meant.
That is not what you meant. We went to go see Ab-Soul.
I went to see Bone Thugs by myself.
Yeah, you didn't go with me. You went with some other girl. It was not me. Because I put it on, I think we followed each other on Instagram. Okay. And I put it on Instagram like, I had randomly bought like I think I bought like 3 tickets. My roommate, my line sister actually went with me, and then I bought an extra ticket and was like, oh, I wonder if anybody else would want to go. Okay. And I think I put it on Instagram like, if anybody wants to go with me, like, let me know. And then
that's exactly how it went.
Yeah, so it wasn't.
I know we went to a concert.
We did. Okay. It was dope too. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that.
You had your friend with, right?
Yeah, my line sister Lanisha. Hi, Juicy. Yeah, Juicy was with us. That was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah. And absolutely, he's really dope. I was like, and that's when he was first like coming out. I paid like $20 for those tickets. I cannot. It's probably so much more to see him in concert and like all those niggas in concert now.
Man, shout out to Ab-Soul, man.
You think he's listening to the podcast?
He should.
He should, right? I'm going to send it to him. Right, I'm going to send it to him. Hey, I gave you a special shout out. I'm going to send it to him after this. Okay, so yeah. I think, that was the first time we hung out. And then I don't remember like how it just like kept going after
we just
that.
kept it cool, man, you know? It was a good time. We were just cool. I was a cool guy. He was a cool gal, so.
Yeah. I know I took you to go get your car out the pound.
Oh, yeah.
I think that has to be like the second time we hung out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, all the way on. Where the hell was that? I know you were living in, was that Chinatown?
Yeah, I was in there.
Living in Chinatown area, and I was living out like over east. And I came pick you up. Yeah. And then where was your car at? That was so fucking far. I remember we were driving forever.
Man, it was either,
Well, I know it's out there by, no, it wasn't downtown. It was out there by, where's Chicago State? Where's Chicago State at? Like, what is that city?
This is over east.
I know, but like, what?
That's 95th and like King Drive.
Yeah, so I know it was somewhere over there, and then we had like a runaround.
It was. Yeah, I had to go to the currency exchange.
Yeah. It was so much. It was like, man, I was like, this nigga, he lucky he cute because I'm not about to be driving nobody around. But that has to be like our second time hanging out.
It sure was, though.
Yeah.
I made up for it. Appreciate that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. I don't know how you say you made up for it. What do you mean?
I don't know. Maybe we went to lunch or something.
Yeah, we did. I think you took me to lunch. You took me to lunch after that.
All right, then.
That's true. I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we can get into the next part, which is the juicy part, the part that I like. I like the most. Well, I like the last part too, but this is like, where
the build up.
Yeah, the build up.
The build up for the download. You feel
exactly, and that's exactly what it's called. We're gonna get into the hot spot. We're gonna get into the hot spot. So go ahead. And the hot spot is where we talk about like, so what happened? Where like, because I guess from 2014 and what is it? It's almost 2018. There's been this like back and forth on like, we're homies now, obviously, but it was like this back and forth, like, oh, we kind of flirting, as you call it, we kind of not, like, it was just a lot of back and forth. I know why I think.
I would like to hear yours.
No, you're gonna go first. You are the guest. You're gonna go first.
You know what? They always said women first, but you know what? I am the guest, so.
Right. But before you get into that, we need to first talk about, like, what are some things, like, a lot of my friends like to hear, like, what are some things that, like, went well? What didn't go so well? Like, what, like, do you see any of, like, dating positives in, like, what do I see any in you? Do you see any in me? Things like that. So what do you think went well with you and I? Like, what do you think could have been better? Like, I think we have fun together.
Absolutely. Every time, though.
Yeah, I think we have fun together. Even if it's just, like, sitting in the house. I think it's... Like, I know we used to watch movies a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that was even cool. That was fun.
And we always chopping it up, you know, long periods of time, just catching up, man. You know, bouncing ideas. And, you know, I mean, that's what kept the friendship there, you know, for the most part, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
You know, every single time, though, you know, and you told me about, you know, the podcast, you know, back then, you know, I always encourage you and anyone else, you know.
That's so true. You are very encouraging.
I appreciate
Which
that.
I want to know about your clothing line, by the way.
That's
because
right.
I remember that's something that you were working on.
That's right. That's been postponed, you know, due to certain circumstances. You know, I'm always messing with this move and that move, you know, trying to get to it.
But you'll get back to it, I'm sure. You always will. You always bounce back.
Always bounce back.
So
I had a slight delay back in 2015, so you know the bounce back is right now, and
preparing for 2018.
You already know, just preparing anytime, man. You know, you never wait for the next year, man. You wait for the next day if you can make that next move. You see?
Come on, drop some knowledge. There you go, Anthony. You should write a book, a motivational book. You know, yeah, you should. I'd read it.
See, I appreciate that.
Okay,
she always influenced me, you know.
What else do you think? Oh my God, I cannot. What else do you? Sorry, somebody's FaceTiming me. What else do you think went well?
Everything, honestly. You know, I don't have no. I mean, besides, you know, your time frame.
What do you mean?
You know, you're later.
You know what? And it's so crazy. Time makes me so anxious, and I think, but it's mostly when I know that things will go on without me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, for example, I hate being late to the movies because I know it's going to start without me.
Right.
I hate being late to, like, church because, even though I am late to church sometimes, because I know it's going to start without me. But my thing is, if I'm going to, like, meet with a friend or something, I'm like, oh, they can wait an extra 10, 15, 30, 40 minutes.
That's why we cool. You know, it'd be like that.
Yeah. But so you think that was my biggest problem, that I'm late? Anything else?
No, that's it.
Really?
Like I said, even then, that's it. That was a big issue.
So you think that's the main reason why you and I didn't progress past?
I don't think that's a reason at all.
What is the reason?
We really don't have a reason. We just kept it cool.
You don't have a reason.
We never
that?
pressed it. You know, we never pressed it.
But why didn't we press it?
I don't know.
I can tell you why I don't think we press it, but you have to promise me that you are going to be, like, very open-minded. We're going to have an open dialogue about why.
I'm being open right now.
Okay. So I personally think that, so first, before I get into that, let's provide some background information.
Okay.
What type of women do you normally date, like, in a relationship with, or, like, seriously talking to?
Well, you got to keep in mind, I don't.
No.
Go ahead.
Just answer the question. What type of women do you typically date, have been in relationships with, or have had serious, I don't know, whatever the hell you call them, like, serious situations with?
I'm going to give you one answer.
Give me the answer.
The people that I make the best connection with.
Okay. Anthony, you know exactly what I'm asking you.
But that's what
was your last girlfriend?
What do you mean?
What was your last girlfriend?
What do you mean?
The crazy one.
What was she?
What nationality was your last girlfriend?
Puerto Rican.
Okay. And the one before that?
Mexican.
Okay. And then the last girl that you had a serious, like situation with, what was she?
Black.
Was she?
Yeah.
I mustn't know about that.
I did tell you about it.
Did you? What did she look like?
I mean, she was chocolate.
Was she?
Yeah.
I feel like that we'll have to get back to that, but we'll see. But I personally think that one of the main reasons why is because I don't know if I'm pretty sure you do it subconsciously, because I don't think this is something that you would actively do, but I think you have a stronger preference towards non-Black women. I really do. And that's why it's so shocking to me to hear that the last girl that you had a serious thing with was black and that she was dark skinned on top of that.
Yeah, she was your complexion. So
really, she was real chocolate then. She was like actual chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very interesting because I've always said that I think that Anthony has like some like, I don't want to call it like colorism, but something along those lines. Have you ever felt that way about yourself?
No.
Of course you would say no.
Because I've, messed with, a lot of black women.
Have you?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there was no other reason though. There was no other reason to why. Like I can't think of another reason to why it wouldn't have got past a certain point. Besides the fact that you said we didn't press it, but why didn't we press it?
And we just kept it cool,
But what does that mean? Don't give me those. You're so cool and collected. Don't give me those cool and collected. Give me the detailed answers. So why didn't we press it? Why didn't you press it?
Because I'm never going to press it. That's
okay,
not
but
my intentions when I meet a woman.
So how does it naturally happen then?
It just happens. And that's why I'm not in a relationship like that. I can only speak on really 2 official, relationships outside of college. I mean, outside of college, outside of high school.
Uh-huh.
That's it. We've been out of high school 10 years now.
Yeah. It's a very long time.
So, like I said, I can only speak on 2. So
then what is the point? I mean, my thing is, which is kind of weird, like what is the point of dating someone or trying to...
I don't use the term date.
So what term do you... Oh, yeah. What term do you use?
Nah, that shit, we just kicking it. I mean...
But what does that mean? What does it mean to just be quote unquote...
We are friends. We are friends that hang out when we hang out.
Friends that hang out when you hang out, but sometimes go, like, I don't know, have we actually been on a date?
Like I said, I mean, you may have called it a date, but, I mean, we've went out to eat plenty of times, but...
Yeah, but that's not a date. Every time you go out to eat with somebody, that's not a date.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So...
I feel like there was one point where you and I were, like, talking heavily, though.
Yeah, but, we just always kept it cool. Am I right or wrong? We didn't
No,
make
that's
rules
true. But I think that's probably because people always have multiple things going on at a time. Multiple people, multiple things, multiple something.
Yeah.
Is that the same way that you, like, date now, do you think?
It's what the same way.
What is your, like, dating, like, how do you date now? Like, what is the way that you date?
Well, I'm not dating.
At all?
No.
What does that even mean? What does dating even mean then? Men are so weird. Like, what is the problem with saying the word date?
I don't have a problem with it if it is what it is, but I don't have nothing like that going on.
Okay, so what does dating mean? What does that mean? Explain. So, in the world of Anthony, what is dating?
Someone that I'm semi-exclusive with.
What is semi-exclusive? What is semi-exclusive? Like, how are you semi-exclusive with someone?
Well, let me ask you this question. Is dating the same thing as being in a relationship to you?
No.
That's what it is, and that's semi. Okay.
But when you're in a relationship, you are dating someone.
That's confusing.
I know.
You
just
confusing. Said when you're in a relationship, you're dating someone, but you just said dating and a relationship is 2 different things.
I know, but say you and I were in a relationship, right, Anthony?
Right.
You and I are in a relationship, and someone says, "Oh, Jasz, are you dating someone?" I would say, "Yes, I'm dating. I have a boyfriend. His name is Anthony." Just like dating doesn't stop once you're in a relationship with them. So then what is dating? Like, what do you do when you're dating someone? Like, without the relationship piece of it.
Well,
is that like shopping around? Like, what is dating?
It's a romance on a consistent basis.
Okay. Tell me more.
I wouldn't I would never say that I'm dating someone that I see maybe once every couple months or something like that. It just wouldn't make sense, you know, and, you know, we might mess around, maybe like, you know, take it past that, you know, that point. Shit, twice a year, you know?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So then when you are dating someone, then what are some of the things? Like, do you take them out? Do they stay over? Like,
all that, you know?
So what is the difference between that and being in a relationship then? What is the difference? So if I am dating
I never
someone,
said that it was two different things. I wanted to know your opinion on
it. I said it.
Correct.
So if you were seriously dating someone, and I only asked you this because you said dating someone means semi-exclusive. You didn't say it means exclusive.
That is true.
Because I guess exclusive is where you're taken to that, like, relationship status. So what is the difference between dating someone and being in a relationship with someone?
See, as I said, I don't use that term. And the only time that I actually used it was in 2013.
That's the last time you were dating somebody?
Well, you know, my last relationship was in 2015.
Yeah, so you didn't.
And before that, the last time I actually dated someone, I mean, yeah, that's the last time, 2013, 14. Mm-hmm. 14, yeah.
So what was it about that made you realize that you were dating them? What was different about those situations that you're like, oh, I guess this is someone that I'm dating?
Because at that point, I'm seeking to be exclusive with you at this point.
Mm-hmm. How do you build to that point, though?
Like I said, I don't go in with those intentions.
I know you don't go in with those intentions, Anthony. But tell me, how do you get there? Like, how does that happen?
It just happened.
What things are happening?
It takes a while. You know, it takes a while.
How long?
Well, that particular time, it took. Well, it was different.
Why was it different?
Because
you mean this last girlfriend? The one that I knew, not the 2013 girlfriend, 2015 girlfriend.
Oh, no, I ain't talking about her.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because that was freaking insane.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah.
No, so the one, how long, so it takes a while. How long does it take? How long does it take? So.
Well, the girl that I told you about that was black, we messed around. We dated. I mean, we, you know, on a
flirt. You say flirt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your word.
That's how you
just. I don't want you to mess up your verbiage. You say flirt. Let's stick to flirt. Y'all were flirting.
Get back to it. Yeah, man, we were flirting for a whole year. That was strong to me. You know what I'm saying? We kept it, like I said, until we got to that point when we both knew that we wanted a relationship. That's when, you know, we would bring things to the table. But at that point, she could do what she wanted to do. I was going to do my thing. Mm-hmm. You know, we were just going to respect each other. You know what I'm saying?
But you two never got to the point where you wanted to be in a relationship with each other.
No, of course the conversation came about. But, you know, when we, you know, really like sat down and talked about it, you know, she realized she wasn't ready. You know, when
she wasn't ready.
Of course they were. You know, that's
you were ready.
No, I wasn't ready.
Neither one of you were ready.
When the conversation came about, I did not initiate it. She brought it to me. I don't initiate that conversation. Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, unless it comes, you know,
naturally to you to want to.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. So she brought it up to you, and then she, through that conversation, then realized that, oh, maybe a relationship is not something she wanted.
Right. But like I said, that conversation may have only came up once or twice, to be honest. Other than that,
in the whole year that you were,
yes, we kept it cool, and that's why, you know, it worked out, you know, the way it did.
I just cannot do that anymore. I cannot be talking to someone for a year, talking to even like 6 months is my cutoff. Like if I am
cut off, what you mean, man?
So if I'm, as you describe it, flirting with someone heavy, like I see you often, we're going on dates often, I stay at your house, you stay at my house, we like hang out, like if we're doing that for, you know, some time, I'm not about to, a year, that's crazy.
We ain't gotta do
but
it.
Only, and I say this specifically if we are dating only each other.
Right.
So if you and I were flirting with each other and you're not talking to anyone else and I'm not talking to anyone else, I'm not going to just be quote unquote talking to you for 6 months. There's no, and people always say, what does a title really mean? It means some shit. You're not going to work for a company and have the CEO tell you, oh, I'm going to promote you to, I don't know, to second in command, but you still just keep your same title. You gonna be like, no, fuck that. I'm not no, you need to give me the title. If you at your job, you sold the most cars, right?
Right.
If they didn't recognize that, if they just came to you and said, Anthony, great job selling the most cars, I'm sure y'all niggas get a plaque or something like that. Some piece of paper. Without there are certain things that make things official.
Yeah.
So I feel like I just can't do that. Mm-hmm. I think that's too much, and I think that's where a lot of people mess up, kind of. What do you think?
Man, you can't put a time frame on that. And that's why I let them know. See, look, I'm going to let that person know early on, hey, I want to focus on you. I want to get to know you for that full year.
Mm-hmm.
So
a whole year?
Yes.
You're not the first man I heard say that, actually.
Yes.
A whole year. You think you need to date?
Why, at that point, I would consider a relationship, because we stretched it for a full year. We got to know each other, no rush. And even then, at that point, you can really decipher at the end because you spend a full year getting to know that person, That's why everything worked out so smooth.
I don't think I need to get to know somebody for a full year. That's almost that philosophy is almost like saying, okay, after a year, you know everything you need to know about that person. You can get to know someone while in a relationship with them.
Well, look, that's true. But see, this is the thing right here.
What's the thing?
Things will go good in the first 5 to the first month through 6 months and shit, right?
That's what everyone says. They're honey, don't do that because it'll make a background noise. Okay. That's what people say, the honeymoon phase.
Right. But look, I'm not finna go back and forth, cuffing and shit like that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So without doing all that, I'd rather get to know you for a full year between me and you. And then
are you getting to know other people within that year too?
Possibly.
How can... That's the thing, though, Anthony. If you... Why you make that face? Don't make that face. That's the... Shut up. That's the thing. Okay, how am I getting to know you if I'm also getting to know other people as well, too? I can't. I am not invested in you fully. I'm not. I'm not going... my hand is in this bucket. My hand is in this bucket. My hand is in this bucket. I can't have 3 water pails, right? And I'm trying to fill up the buckets, but I got to spread the water out over 3 different places. I can't do that.
I heard
the bucket is not going to get full. It's going to take forever to fill the bucket.
Not necessarily.
I just think that's it. And maybe I'm just not,
see, this is how I look at it. Go ahead. Finish.
No. Do you want to get married? Do you plan to get married?
I would like to get married.
How do you think... How are you going to get to know somebody? And how old are you, Anthony?
I'm 28.
Oh, you're still young.
Thank you.
You don't need to be. I mean, kind of soon though. What age do you think you want to be married?
You know what?
Don't say nothing like 40 or something.
I don't know.
You don't know,
I never
right?
thought about it. I never thought about it.
Because it'll come to you when it comes to you.
Exactly.
I just find it so difficult to actually be able to how am I actually getting to know you and only you if I'm dealing with these other people?
See, but I'm not fully investing period. Like I said, we keeping it cool within that frame. I don't understand. I just don't understand the confusion. I cut out so much stuff so it won't be any confusion in the mix. I make it completely fair for both parties. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it still be confusion sometimes. But in that particular matter, there was no confusion. She never once asked me who I'm messing with or nothing.
Because she knew you told her in the beginning?
Like I said, it's just no need to talk about things. You know what? We always talked about her experiences when she go out, with other men. So it was so cool. So that was super, super cool.
So that's different, though. Yeah. I think that's very different. Like that's a totally like I've never been in a situation like that, and I don't even think I would be comfortable with being in a situation like that.
We wouldn't discuss like sex or anything like that, mm-hmm. But you know, when she went on a date with a guy, or she'll tell me about a guy. I mean, it's cool. I'm like, shit, let that nigga take you out. Shit. I said, just don't, fuck with his head and shit. Don't use him to go for a date and stuff. But, shit, you might make something in the mix. I'm not on that right now. But this guy, might change your mind. That's cool. I'm not finna mess up with you.
What does that mean you're not on that right now? How do you even know if...
Because like I said, I'm just meeting someone. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I said, we're going to get to know each other, but I'm not on that. And when I say on that, trying to, be on a sex tip or, trying to be on a relationship tip,
So
I just want to keep it cool.
And you just want everything to happen naturally.
Exactly.
I think I'm such a planner that's like difficult for me. Like I go into things like, especially because I know, like, since I've been in a relationship, I know that is my preference. So obviously when I'm dating someone, I go into it like, okay, this is what I want. If this is not something that you want, then we need to be separate.
But think about it, that's what happened with us,
After a year, though, Anthony.
But we still kept it.
Oh, you mean you and I?
Right.
Yeah. Do we have one of those conversations?
Maybe. I think. Look, we still cool to this day.
I think I've just realized that I was like, oh, this is not gonna go.
And we kept it cool, right?
Yeah, I mean, there was no reason. Right. There's no reason to not keep it cool, as you said.
But you say you cut people off in 6 months. But why?
Me now, like definitely, I'm not. I don't want to say cut off, but like,
it's so harsh.
Yeah, that is harsh. But I probably would be able to date someone for like, and let me be real, probably like 3 months before I ask them, like, hey, what? And that's only if I am messing with this person like heavy. I am at your house. You are at my house. I see you multiple times a week. I talk to you every day. We are doing relationship things. Then I would be like, what exactly is going on here? How are we moving forward with this?
All right.
And I think that's fair.
I can go for that.
Right. I think that's a fair thing to do.
Yeah. Like I say, you got to have that conversation anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to come up eventually. Right. And I think it's, the good thing is I think it's best to do it sooner rather than later, because if you wait too long, then you'll fuck around and waste a whole year and realize...
It wouldn't be a waste because I kept it cool all the way through.
You kept it cool, but you don't know if the other person was keeping it cool.
Obviously, if we still cool, we kept it cool.
Okay. All right, speaking of cool, let's get into the cool down then. Let's talk about... Well, I guess we already know what your dating philosophy is. You just keep it cool.
Keep it cool.
So when you don't ever feel like, you want someone to date, like you're looking forward, like you don't ever wake up like, oh, I could use a girlfriend. Like is that, I'm serious. Like, what if you have that feeling and what do you do about that?
I don't get that feeling. Like
you don't. No. Because that's not something that you're looking for right now. But if you do, so then let me ask you, if you do feel like that's something that you want, are you still going to keep the philosophy of keeping it cool?
At that point, I'm going to express my interest.
What your intentions are, right?
Yeah. And then go from there.
How do you still use any dating apps?
Might get on POF every now and
then. Really? What is it about that? I did not like that.
Like to entertain.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
I know you do.
You don't have to take it past the app. It's just to make their day for a day. Or make their week. Fuck it.
I guess.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said,
Tinder is just so easy.
Oh, it's garbage.
It's not garbage.
Hey, Tinder. Y'all made a lot of money. I'm pretty sure, but guess what? Man, look, that shit weak around our area.
No, it's not. Oh, probably out here where you live.
Garbage. It's a lot of fake shit on there. You feel
What
me?
do you mean? Fake what?
You know, fake pages and whatnot.
Is there?
Profiles.
I've always wondered what it's like to be a man on Tinder.
Well,
You should download it on your phone so I can go look.
it's garbage. I don't even want to get on there.
Oh, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are there any... okay, wait. Let me clarify first. In a short sentence, what is Anthony's dating philosophy?
Keep it cool all the way through.
Even when it gets a little tough.
Even when it gets a little bit tough.
Just keep it cool. You are pretty cool. Like, calm and collected in all situations. So you have spazzed for me a couple times. Yeah. A couple times.
Oh, yeah, you lost your mind. That's why.
Yeah, you definitely tried to go off on me a few times about things I can't control, but whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there any other questions you have for me? Is there anything else you have left to say?
We got to resurface back to you now.
What do you mean?
As of yet, I don't have nothing right now unless you got something for me, Jasz.
Nope, I have nothing else. I think that's it. I think I didn't learn anything that I didn't already know. I feel like you are pretty transparent, at least in your actions. I don't know so much in your words. I think in your actions you're pretty transparent.
Appreciate it.
So I think that's it. I think I appreciate you coming on for sure.
Yeah.
Even though you claim I didn't tell you, but I'm glad.
She did not.
I did.
She also said she would be here at 1:30, but guess what? She got here at like 2:40.
But listen, I had a rough morning. Okay? I had a rough morning. Had to go home, change, all that. It was rough. But here I am.
And she called me early and asked me could she come earlier. She said we scheduled for 2.
Wow, just giving... Right. So compared to the original time, I guess I was kind of on time.
So 42 minutes late opposed to...
Yeah. I guess I was kind of on time. Maybe. Okay. Well, anyways, thanks, everybody. Say thank you, Anthony. Say thanks to my listeners.
Thank you so much. You make sure you check my girl's show out, okay? Just the shit, man. Down to the T.
Thank you. Oh, look, I'm going to have you come to be my, special voiceover and, give me, what's it called? Marketing. Be a part of the marketing.
I could do anything for you. I got you.
I know. Okay, everybody. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.
Tune in.